Alright, what's up, y'all? I'm not on my camera on, but I think it's okay. We'll be fine. So let's talk about this coin that dropped today, which was, I was ahead of this narrative, but because I didn't know how to do what I needed to do to really take advantage of it, of course, I didn't make any money, but I was there in real time. And so I thought I'd stop and be like, okay, what could I have done differently so that the next time I'm ahead of a narrative, I'm not a sitting duck. So let's kind of close some of these up. And excuse me, I had to get that water in. So basically this video is going to be about broccoli. I don't even know the guy's name. What is his name? CZ. What is his name? I don't know his name. I'm going to go with CZ because I don't really know his name. But he's a co-founder of Binance. And so this is a game that a lot of people are going to start playing. They're going to be like, oh, you want to know the name of my dog? It's Kevin. And then they're going to create a coin named Kevin. So just for background, right? So let's go backwards because I got to take notes on this, but I thought this is a good share too. So this is where I was. So I was following this guy. Like I said, I'm gonna rewind all the way back because the steps I missed could save you. So this guy I saw his post, and he says, so what is the secret to getting into the correct one? Surely there will be PvP. A cabal will surely just launch their own and pump it diabolically to compete with whatever was naturally running. Hopefully I can click the right button. Okay, so I'm 10 hours early, and I'm like, oh shit. So I go and I look, and I'm like, okay, 8 p.m. Dubai is like 10-ish Eastern in the morning. And so I'm like, all right, cool. I'm reading through the comments. I'm trying to see like, what did he post? Why is he doing this? But there's two things to note while I'm finding what kind of like how we got here. Okay, so this guy's like, we need name and photo. That's all they're saying they needed to create this coin to run up, tens of millions of market cap. So I'm reading it. He's trying to understand how this works. Cool. I set the notifications. Bam. So 10 something comes. Let's see when he actually posted. Okay, 11. So he was a little late. So 11:12 comes. And he's like, bro, here's my dog, Broccoli. Wrote this long ass story. I didn't even read it. And the first thing I did was go to this. So I was like, okay, like, where's the broccoli? So at the time, there was only one broccoli. Because obviously, like, who's in that? This was the broccoli that came up. And so this is an important part. Sorry, let me go back to the important part. So one, he wasn't launching a coin. He was giving people an opportunity to create the contract, provide liquidity, and get this done. So of course the only way to get this done was on Pump Fund. So I went there first. I went here because I'm like, whatever's here, cool. I tried to go to GN. So I tried to go to this site. And this site was down. Like I could not, like, I thought it was my internet. This whole site was down because everybody was anticipating, obviously, that this coin was gonna launch. So I thought I could go probably to like new pairs, see this new pool, burnt decks, whatever, and I could catch whichever broccoli on the left, or I don't really know how this site works. So again, something that I need to figure out. How does the site work? And I thought I could catch it and be like, cool, I'm buying that broccoli. So I did find early broccolis. I found CZ Dog. The market caps were like, 1 million. I'm sorry, not 1 million. Like 100,000. And so I was like, I don't think that's it. So let's go backwards. We know that a coin was going to be created. We knew that the contract address was not going to be posted because he's not creating it himself. It's not his coin. He was just helping people make money today. So I went to GN, couldn't get on. Then I went to Gecko Terminal, and I just typed that in. I came up with Broccoli the Gangsta price. I'm the Gangsta price. Broccoli the Gangsta. Never heard of it, but it's an older coin. So when I caught this, let me see where we can get this by a market cap. So I caught this down here at like 93,000. I was just like, huh. I didn't really think anything of it. I was just like, obviously this is not it if it was created a year ago. But this is where I failed in meme coin understanding. If people are trying to just buy anything, most things will rise that has a similar name. Because Broccoli was the only one created, Broccoli the Gangsta was the only one created, well, a lot of money flooded into this rather quickly, as you can see. I mean, this ran up to 400,000. So I could have easily had a 4x just off of just buying anything. So that's our first lesson. If there is no contract address and it has to be created and multiple people are all going to be creating at the same time, if there is something already created, buy it. Because there's going to be people who are just going to buy it because they're like, well, shit, this is the only, at the time, this was the only thing here. So this was an easy 4x. And as you can see, this went up a little bit more. So I could have had a 5x because I was that early. But because I didn't understand how this all worked, I missed out on 5x. So there's that lesson right there. So eventually, Broccoli finally pops up. And this is the part that I don't know. So we're going to go through this together. So there was a Broccoli, obviously, you have to have one on Binance, which means you probably should have money on every chain. So that's another one, right? That's a lesson. Let me take notes on my own, on my own thing. Let's see. So yeah, buy the coin that's already there. Have money in multi-chains. Okay, so that's 2. So this is the one that popped up. I caught this like an hour. But look at this. This is insane. This was just created. So whoever got in under a cent, the fact that this ran 40 cents is insane. The fact that it's dropped and it's still sitting at $63 million market cap is insane. So again, here's another lesson. Buy on his chain, whoever he is, that person is, right? If the founder, Brian Armstrong, who owns Coinbase, if he had a chain, which he does, which is Base, if he says, I'm going to post my dog, like, obviously go buy the coin on Base. That is where a lot of liquidity is going to be because why? It's connected to his chain. So that's another one. I was not looking on Binance at all. So hence I missed that. So this ran up, did extremely well. If you even got in, I mean, there were so many multiples here because of how far it ran up. This one to me is something that even if it dies, right? Say it drops all the way down to $10 market cap. This is one of those ones. If he posts his dog again, this is going to run up, right? Until this guy's dog dies, or even if the guy's dog dies and every year these meme coiners are going to probably run the coin just because, to pay homage to the dead dog, right? So this is one of those things that in your mind in history you need to keep. And that's one thing I've learned about this space that many people don't talk about. These kids love dates. Like, they're like, oh, what? That's the anniversary of this? Oh, this gotta run. Like, that's their narrative. They keep these narratives going. So this Broccoli thing, it's gonna die, right? We're gonna see this flat line for many weeks and months, right? And say it flatlines at, let's say it flatlines under 1 cent. Now, this may never run to 40 cents, right? Because that was a lot of momentum. But even if you bought it at the dirt bottom of under 1 cent, I think it always runs to like 1-2 cents, right? So it's just one of those kind of things where you're like, oh, cool. Like this chart will look like a lot of other charts. It have these big ass spikes, and then it drops really low, then a really big ass spike, and then it drops really low, and then another big ass, right? So it may run, I'm saying 1-2 cents. It's gonna probably run like 5 to 10 cents, right? And then drop down low. So again, add this calendar events, right? The anniversary of stuff matters. Another example of the anniversaries is Pump Fund, I think just turned 1, and they have 3 coins. It was like Cupsy, the name of the guy who co-founded it, and I think they have something else. There's 3 coins connected. And I put it in my calendar because I'm like, every January, the anniversary, and these things are gonna pump. So this thing may be dead, literally. Let me see. I don't know why Cupsy is a part of it, but I think Cupsy is. I think Cupsy. It's just, yeah, Pump Fund's mascot. Is this the right one? I don't think this is the right one. And you gotta make sure you get the right one. That's also important for this other play that I'm saying right now. This little segment, you gotta make sure you get the right one, because that is not the right one. Cupsy, is that the right one? I remember Cupsy being. I remember Cupsy being older, but maybe it's not older. Yeah, this doesn't seem right, but then again, I don't follow this particular coin. But see, here's that chart that I was talking about. See how it's just gonna be like crazy spikes and then just dead, and it's gonna run up a little bit. So this is where this was the run up a little bit. This was the anniversary. So again, you buying it at dirt 0.002, and then it takes off running. I mean, look at that. That's not horrible. Like when you think about effortless 10x, 5x, 4x, when you think about that, right? Buying the bottom right now, right? We're kind of right back where we started. So buying this right now and then waiting for, hell, what if you have to wait until next year? When you think about ways to make money, right? Savings account, buying Bitcoin, Pokemon cards, right? Collectibles. This is just like one of those, I'm gonna just put 20, 40, 50, bucks here. Maybe I'm put $1,000 here, because I know there's not very many things where I'm gonna make 400%. I mean, this actually 10x'd, right? Am I doing the math right? 001 all the way. Yeah, I think that's a 10x. So, I mean, there's not many things that are gonna 10x, if we're being honest. There's not many things. But you didn't have to do anything. So this is on my calendar. But back to where we started. I mean, why we did this video, not where we started. Okay, so let's look at the other broccoli. So what I should have did, once I couldn't figure out how to get on GMGN, I should have came here, because I don't know how often this is updated. And that's, again, this is why I'm going through this now with myself. So this is the Solana one. This is the one they decided was the golden child, and it ran up to 6 cents, right? So now we're down. What's our market cap? 6.5. So again, I should have came here, because they would have added the coin. Now another place I could have went is here. Dex tools. I don't know enough about Dex tools, so I'm pretty sure if I would have went to new pairs, I probably would have been able to catch it. I would have seen it. So this isn't the solve for everything, but when you don't know which one to buy, these are some of the tools and kind of ways to get in front of things, because maybe you wouldn't have caught it. Now let me see, because when I caught when I caught on, so it was like an hour into when I finally was like, oh, it hit, you know, it hit Gecko Terminal. So let's go back. Yeah, so I probably caught it. I probably caught it like here. So it was like a penny. So it still ran. I still could have got a 3x. But as you can see, the momentum was that first, this first large candle. But I mean, still 3x on. If I had just been like, you know what, forget it. Like, let me just go. But I think that's gonna be the way to do it. Obviously, being a part of these Discord groups. If I had been a part of the Discord groups today, like I was supposed to be, I would have figured this out a lot earlier. But this is a quick little video so that when you see things like that, you're able to be like, oh, okay, let me know where to place my eyes. That's the whole point, because no one's gonna focus on your bag. You gotta focus on your bag. So now I'm in position. I know I'm gonna go to Dex Tools first. I'm gonna have my, I'm gonna have all these tabs up so that I don't have to be like, crap, I can't, like when this site crashes because so many broccolis are being created, I can kind of go to Dex Tools. I can go to certain accounts. Like this guy, he thought he was just gonna put these. So he was like already prepared. So again, this guy was ahead of the game. He was already thinking like, dang, this is gonna be where we already were. Very few people really thought he was gonna come out with a whole different name, a whole different dog. And so by following these kind of different accounts, everyone had an opinion about it. People said people were gonna lose a lot of money. Of course they did. But the whole point of this is to just already be ahead of things so that you don't necessarily, actually save that, so you don't necessarily have to, freestyle it. And that's the whole point of this video, is to be more prepared and less freestyle. This site was doing this. I kept seeing the word broccoli, but when I would click on it, the market caps were like 30,000, 40,000. I clicked on CZ with the fire. Again, market caps were like 17, 20,000. So there wasn't anything that really stood out where I could be like, oh crap, it's this one. But I think if I would have used Dex Screener, I probably would have had a better advantage, because I would have saw, this moving a lot quicker. And again, maybe you don't get in at the dirt bottom, because by time people are buying, a lot of these kids have, 20, 30, $40,000, right? They're able to put in 50 SOL. Well, that's making the price jump up super quick. If he's putting in 50 SOL and that guy's putting in 100 SOL and the other guy's putting in 1,000 SOL, yeah, like the price is going to move really quickly. And so stay safe out there. But this is just kind of my observation and a little bit of my fumble today, because I was early to the news, but because I didn't know where to go and how to do, I wasn't able to pull the trigger. So, oh well, there's always going to be somebody trying to give us some wealth. And so I hope you position yourself. I hope you do more research on how you can be better positioned. Maybe find some sniper bots. I don't have any to recommend right now, but eventually I will do a video on that. Some good sniper bots that can help you get in real quick. And look at this. Look at all this noise. Like, this is crazy. You wouldn't even know which one to buy. Like, you would have been like, which broccoli? And this is why, again, having, Discord groups and being a part of those communities, they're going to help save you, because a lot of people bought the wrong one today and they did not make any money. But anyways, see y'all.